Hi, Matt DeMeo, Z Maestro, back with you again for another session of instant concentration. How to focus your mind in a world of information overload. And in this session, we're going to talk about multitasking. What is multitasking, and does it actually help people get more done in less time? Or is it really causing you problems and reducing your effectiveness? Some people actually take pride in it. They say they're multitasking like it's some sort of accomplishment. Multitasking is the process of doing several things at the same time, supposedly to get things done faster and accomplish more. However, if you're not careful, you're going to find yourself alternating back and forth from one task to another, trying to complete a little bit at a time, instead of concentrating on one thing and actually completing each item on your to-do list. Now, there are some instances where multitasking can be efficient, but those would primarily be low priority tasks that you're just trying to get out of the way. As we learned in our session about what concentration is and how to get it, that concentration is the elimination of distractions. In fact, concentration is the exact opposite of multitasking. It is highly focused single tasking. It excludes all other thoughts and activities. And multitasking can even make you feel overwhelmed sometimes, and that maybe you won't even get things completely done. And that's a terrible feeling. You'll just end up with several things almost done, and the goal is to clear the clutter out of your head. Now, there are times that you're trying to catch up on your emails while at the same time talking on the phone or texting your friends and checking your social media, and you've got the TV on and, well, you get the point. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, in this day and age, it's perfectly normal. However, you certainly don't want to do anything important and multitask. Let's face it, you don't want to study for a test or prepare for an important work project, or let's say you're like me, you're a musician and you don't want to try and learn the chords to a new song, or if you're an athlete, you don't want to be learning the pattern for a new play. So what multitasking does is it completely destroys your concentration. And as we learned in an earlier session, it causes your mental power to become weaker. All right, now, if I'm allowed to read some of your thoughts, some of you may want to argue the point. You still think that multitasking is okay when you're doing something important. Well, let me give you just one example, and we'll leave it up to you to decide. Suppose that you or someone you love needed surgery. And while performing the operation, would you want the surgeon to be watching his favorite show on TV and tweeting about the progress and liking people's status reports? Or do you want that surgeon to have his or her entire mind focused on the task of performing the operation? Well, it's no contest, right? Look, you already know what is true. You just have to apply it to yourself. And like we said in an earlier session, as far as multitasking, you can do more than one thing at a time. But you cannot do more than one thing at a time well. All right, let's go on to the next session.